Hey everyone, and welcome back to the next round of elimination. This is going to be a round of 16 matchup yet again. Superbia, seed 10, ended up losing to WeNeedWards, seed 23. WeNeedWards, a new team coming out here, not really heard of before. A couple of these players have been around for quite some time, but they have never really been in the spotlight. They're coming out here today after defeating Superbia, the 10th seeded team, now to face off against SK Gaming, the 7th seeded team. A bit of a disparity there, and they're going to see what they can do today. The draft is coming through already. Scylla has been banned out. Poseidon has been banned out as well. The mid is now wide open.
Yeah, mid's wide open. Hercules still not banned just yet from either team, but we know Agni's still picked a lot. Zonkui is still available. We saw him last game as well, so we'll see what's going to happen with that mid lane with those two being banned out. I expect to see a Hercules ban, maybe an Afro ban as well, but that would leave Honbats on the table.
The ban has to come from Elo Fishers. They do not want to give up Hercules here. I'd imagine that WeNeedWards would ban around it. If Elo Fishers decide they want to ban on Hercules, they get it right away. He's just so strong right now. Very powerful character. He can play to be a support. He can be a solo laner. He can be in the jungle. Hercules is just so versatile and worthwhile here. Exposed Secrets didn't ban. They left it open here to see how things work out. I'm sorry, WeNeedWards, I'm sorry, ended up not banning here. So WeNeedWards is going to leave that ban slot open back over to SK Gaming. Jonquay is going to ban. This means that they're guaranteed to get at least Hercules or someone even better here. This is just an empty ban, so they get the best character possible. Hercules is going to just lock it. Lock it.
Hercules.
Put it
Yeah,
in. Lock, done. Don't think about it.
I mean, everyone's talking about Hercules at the moment. Honestly, I think Hercules is okay. He's strong. However, if you get the burst damage to take him down, then Hercules is gone. You know, that's the key thing to beating a Hercules is to destroy him early or ignore him. They're the two things you need to do. Ignore him until the rest of the team's dead, and then kill him at the end. Or, the Kumbhakarna. I'm so excited. Kumbhakarna play everywhere. First pick, Kumbhakarna. That's what I like to see from SK Gaming coming out with that one. So it'll be interesting to see what WeNeedWards do in response. But still SK's pick. What is going to be the other one? Well, looking on the table, Honbats is still available, so I'm surprised. And Tyr!
So Tyr's going to make it back in here. Tyr didn't get hurt as bad as everyone thought he was going to, but Hercules there, Humbot, just lock it. Just lock it. Just lock it. He's so good. Hercules is so good. Humbot is so good. Top tier easily, and so those two need to be locked in. Don't even think about it. Roz of it. Okay. I'm just going to leave. I don't know what this band is anymore. I don't know what this picking stage is anymore. I'm done. The left side is just so good, and the right side is just like what I.
Hey, don't be picking on Kumba. There's nothing wrong with Kumba. Kumba's great.
He's falling asleep on the job.
Well, some of us do. You know, some of us like to do that sometimes, and it doesn't matter. Kumba's amazing. So it's nice to see Kumbhakarna being picked up now from other teams other than i5, who have been the only predecessors to actually pick him up. So what we're going to see from SK, well, they're going to ban out Artemis now as well. They picked up their Apollo, so focus on the Hunters. Artemis taken away. Maybe we'll see a Cupid from them as well, Dry Bear. You know, WeNeedWards might throw something else in the works. I mean, Ra looks like he's going to be going mid lane this time, and Hercules in the solo, more than likely, with Honbats, obviously.
You know, I'm a little surprised to see the Artemis ban here, even just a very short and brief investigation into WeNeedWards. Their Hunter player, Dutch Legend, he doesn't really play Artemis. He played Apollo last match when he ended up defeating, in the early rounds, round of 32 against Superbia. His top tier or most played Hunter is actually on her here, so not a whole lot of Artemis play, but Artemis will be banned out after they locked in. Again, it seems like Afro is just coming after the second ban phase. Second ban for WeNeedWards is going to be Habois. Now back up at WeNeedWards with the lineup. Honestly, you see it on her here. Box is going to be locked in on her is available. AMC is available. Really, I mean, there's a lot of depth in the Hunter pool, so I'm surprised to see them ban out Artemis in this play. I don't see this is going to affect them too much as far as what they want to go with. It's got to be just on her. He likes on her. Just okay, so there's on her. They got Bacchus, Ra, Humbats, Hercules. The lineup on the left side of the screen is gonna give me a kidney stone.
I'm surprised by the Bacchus pickup. I'm shocked they didn't go for Geb, because Geb has a much better laning phase against Kumbhakarna overall, as well as Bacchus really struggles against Kumbhakarna. And it also plays into the fact with his Cataclysm, you can get a lot of those ultimates off on a whole team because of Geb's setups. So they chose Bacchus overall, and Ao Kwang is going to be the final pickup for SK Gaming. So not surprised to see that, because we know Captain Twig, Captain Twig in that mid lane, going to be showing off his Ao Kwang skills, and he's going to be at a different level than what you normally see in your games. Yeah.
He's one of the best. He's been playing, and in fact, when Captain Twig first came onto the scene, very, very early on with Mortality Esports, he was playing Ao Guang at such a high level. He shocked the scene when he jumped in. So Ao Guang, great pickup for them. One thing that's interesting as well is Ao Guang is actually a pretty strong counter to Ra, given the fact that Ra's going to want to stand inside of that Solar Blessing, but can't because the Tornadoes will be right on top. It's an age-old counter. We've seen it since the beginning of the closed beta of Smite. The Solar Blessing goes down from Ra, the Tornadoes go on top of it, and then Ra can't heal up because the Tornadoes are right there. So that's a great pickup there by Captain Twig. Across the way, it's going to be Aphrodite versus Hercules. Now, that's an interesting matchup, but Hercules usually has a strong showing. It's going to come down to the presence from the jungle. But guess what? WeNeedWards has Hoonbots in the jungle. So Hoonbots, Hercules together against Aphrodite. I don't care who you are. If you're against Hercules, Hoonbots right now in the solo lane, you're going to need as much help as you can possibly get. And Tyr's going to bring some, but not as much as I think Aphrodite is expecting here. So Maniac's going to be playing very, very safe early on with the lineup he's facing here. As far as the long lane goes, it's going to be Apollo and, of course, Kumbhakarna against Anhur and Bacchus. Anhur and Bacchus much more aggressive, but at the same time, Kumbhakarna can take shots for Apollo, use that passive to keep himself alive and prevent the deaths, as well as the Mighty Yawn keeping them in place. I think that it's going to come down to whether or not Kumbhakarna can keep Apollo safe, because Dutch Legend and XYZ QT, they're going to be being very aggressive.
Yeah, also look at auto-tuned as well on Hercules. Like the Mighty Storm and the Doves are just going to allow him to be able to regen a little bit better. So they're going to have to look from the burst from Captain Twig's ultimate more than anything to try and take down that Hercules. So expect to see them not focus him in lane as well. He's going to have an easy time against Maniac because those Doves, obviously, like I said, they just do dot damage. So it allows him to just regen through it. So I expect, like you said, Maniac will have to play very, very safe in this lane throughout the duration of it, or at least until she gets a little bit tankier. Look for that Breastplate of Valor rush. I expect to see that on her. That's for sure.
That's it for this big stage, guys. You're watching the round of 16. WeNeedWards against SK Gaming. SK Gaming is having a lot of trouble getting off the ground these last few weeks, and WeNeedWards defeating Superbia. They're seeded 23rd right now, up against the 7th seed player team lineup here. So definitely a big gap in seeding, but WeNeedWards is brand new. They're trying to show themselves off today. This is a round of 16 matchup. Stick around. Be right back. Hey, everyone, and welcome back. Today's round of 16 match of the Smite World Championship, week number 5. The European scene is underway here. WeNeedWards versus SK Gaming. 0-0, 7,500 to 7,500. Everything is even across the board. Let's see who pulls out ahead in the beginning here. WeNeedWards, the bottom side of the map, the green grass, defenders of the Titan of Order. We have auto-tuned on Hercules in the solo lane. XYZ QT on Bacchus on her. Right next to him, played by Dutch legend, Very Mary Bell in the jungle with Hoonbots and Lemike in the mid lane with Ra.
On the other side of the game, other side of the game of the screen, SK Gaming Badger is going to be playing that Kumbhakarna. Reels is going to be his AD carry, who is going to be supporting as Apollo. Zeros is going to be on tier, first one we've seen this weekend, and Maniac is a Maniac on Aphrodite in the solo lane, and finally Captain Twig on his very well-known El Kwong.
Nothing really starting up too much here. We do see 2 wards in place on the top side of the left area jungle by WeNeedWards, and honestly their name is kind of being counteracted here as they don't really need wards right now. They have plenty of vision to start off. Right side blue buff area is covered by a blue ward as well, so definitely a lot of vision. They're going to see them rotate over that blue buff area. Lots of wards coming out from SK Gaming, but one less or so. Mid-cast being started up here on the left side by Ao Guang as well as Apollo. Same thing goes the right side for SK Gaming. Moonbot's going to be soloing the damage buff, so everything is as it should be. Nothing really too out of order here. Looks like the mid-cast going to be going down by Captain Twig, jumping over to the blue buff, going to be taking this out with the help of Badger, and looks like nothing really too finicky in the beginning. No invasions, no nothing.
Oh, everyone's quite happy just to do the standard, what we normally expect. That's unusual for EU as a whole. Mid lane, you're going to see a lot of just wave clearing over and over again, because those two, I don't expect them to really get too caught out of position.
Dashing left side, Reels is in deep, looking for XYZ. They have the minions, the root's going to come out, taking a double root there, good hit there. Bacchus is at belly flop, there goes, enough cooldown. Now looking for Anhur, and Pale comes out, a few more shots, Anhur's got nowhere to go. So beautiful, takes him out. Dutch Legend is the first blood for SK Gaming, and there goes the kill of the game.
Early game pressure from Kumbhakarna, and Reels on that Apollo as well, just putting work onto Anhur in that situation.
So one of the hardest parts
very quick pickup
about Ra in the early game is that you're going to lose push if you're putting tornadoes inside of the Solar Blessing to keep the minions alive, but at the same time, Ra can't stand inside of it. So you're going to have a tough time keeping up with that. But look at this left side here, Hindu. They're going to go and try and steal away some jungle camps, or maybe not. They're going to back up.
Well, they're trying to see if they can take the speed. I think they could have considered it, but already you can see Anho's back in lane in that situation, so Dutch Legend would be there to try and contest, but they're quite happy to... Oh, what are they waiting for here? They waited in the corner looking for an opportunity. They can already see the back is just rotating around. They're going aggressive again onto Dutch Legend. Has to leap away, take some nice poke. He's only just got back to lane and already poked back again.
Pushing back to the tower. Bogus from the right side. Level 3 is losing experience and gold here. Not sure why he's actually looking for this rotation. There's no kill potential for them right now. They do have the advantage on the side of SK Gaming, so surprised to see him taking this route. On her already dropping down to a little bit over 400 HP, it seems. There goes initiation. The belly bump from Goomba, pushing back to his harassment to Dutch Legend, just putting him down to 300 HP. Right side, Hercules looking for a kill on Maniac. Needs a hit. There's the stun. Look for the Earthbreaker. Can he hit? He misses! Maniac's going to survive for the time being, but Hercules... he's pretty strong, pun intended.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, going back to the duo lane as well, take into account SK Gaming went with the Hunter Star of Devourer's Gloves rank 1 and the Death's Toll. Meanwhile, Dutch Legend did go for the rank 2 into Cursed Gauntlet to get that Devourer's Gloves quicker. But that's why we saw the pressure from them, Drybear, because you have no sustain whatsoever if you get bursted early at the start, because you don't even have a health potion, and that's one of the reasons we saw them in aggression. Oh, in the right lane though, finally does get that Maniac down. Auto-tune picking up the second kill of the game, 1 each now, tied up.
Big rocks. Big rocks, that's all I needed. I mean, honestly, after they stuck around a little bit too long there, Maniac not really knowing his place with the amount of HP that he had versus the Hurricane. As soon as he hit level 5, he threw that boulder, laying right down and crushing her to bits, and that's exactly what you'd expect to happen when that level 5 is reached. On the left side, you spoke a little about it. I'm surprised to see Real's actually picking up the Death's Toll here. The Tier 2 Cursed Gauntlet is usually enough to keep yourself alive if you're playing safe, and you don't really need much gold to finish off the Devourer's Gauntlet. There's initiation in the mid lane, Tornado 1-2, damage on the Hoon boss. You have an ultimate. Ultimate is available by Kumbha Karna if he wants to go and use it. I'm surprised to see him not using that on Hoonbots right away. That actually would have been a kill for them if they had Hoonbots ultimate going on top. Oh, Apollo on the backside. There goes the damage. Box is there. Box is at level 5 though. Tornado on the ground. Ao Guang has an ultimate as well. No ultimate commitment from SK at all. They could have got at least a kill, if not 2 there, if they use any cooldowns.
They're going to rotate round onto Auto-tune now, who could get caught out of position here. Maniac's rotating in as well. He secures the camp, but what Quas? No, he's going to be able to get out for the time being. Yawn, epic uppercut. Hercules is in trouble. There's an ult as well from Captain Twig. And Auto-tune is still getting hit on, still alive, still regenning. It's Hercules.
Pushing back, Bacchus mid lane, caught off here by Ao Guang. He's got nowhere to go. Bacchus is on the death march here. There goes the dunk, the bird, the kick, then the blast of air as he gets taken out by that little wiffle ball, forced back to the base, and he'll be coming back shortly. 2-1 right now in favor of SK Gaming. They have a slight lead, ever so slight, 600 gold in the lead here. Now there is some claim to fame going out from WeNeedWards. A lot of farm coming out. Raw is at 3K for the mid lane. Across the way, Cap Twig at 3,300. So, you know, they're not really that far apart. We do see Honor hasn't gone back to finish off his gloves just yet. He's got 1,000 gold in hand. He's waiting to clear this out. Honestly, if I were Honor, I would just ult the wave and head on home to finish this off instead of wasting time and holding that back. He needs to be able to catch up here. They're going to clear it out just now, and it looks like they're going to head home, but the minion wave is already coming back. I would honestly just wait, clear this with my ult, and then go on home.
Yeah,
to get that and just clear that out.
With Dutch Legend actually going for the rank 2 start as well, he should have finished his Devourer's Gloves earlier, and he hasn't done so, which means that Reels is definitely ahead in this lane in terms of itemization as well. Obviously got the Death's Toll, picked up the sprint as well to go with that. Dutch Legend has now gone back, finished his, picked up his boots, and also that rank 1 in Purification. So he's going to have a few extra CC escape abilities from Kumbha Karna.
We see Blue Buff being stolen away by
mid lane.
WeNeedWards on the right side. Mid lane initiation might be coming out here. Ao Guang's going to see it. Uma's ultimate damage purification beats is going to be just fine.
Insta beats.
Just forcing it out there. So again, right side Blue Buff was stolen away from Aphrodite. So not only did Hercules get a kill on Aphrodite earlier, but also Aphrodite's going to lose her Blue Buff. Looking for the driving strike. There it is. Earthbreaker's available. Looking for the stun. Going to hit it here. Earthbreaker needs to get the hit. But here comes Hoonbots. Remember, Hoonbots has no ultimate. Just use it mid lane. No initiation possibility. Looks like they're not going to put mid lane. Ra in trouble here. Here goes the Tornado. Tornado should be able to finish this off. Yep. Each salmon popped. There goes the hit. The winds are strong. Left side, Apollo coming in. Kumbha Karna ultimate gonna do some slow here. Honor gets out of there.
Nicely.
Jumps away. Belly flop needs to come out soon. Gonna get it. No follow up. Apollo has his ultimate. He's going for it.
He's going for it.
The TSM chariot. They're right next to each other. He's going through. So beautiful comes out. Double kill for Reels. Forced out of the tower. And there goes the hit. Right side coming out on top on the fight. Auto-tune gonna go for a kill here on Aphrodite, but cannot get this one up. That is what happens when you wait too long. Good follow-up by SK, and this left lane is not doing so hot.
Oh, SK is going to be able to put some nice tower pressure on here. I don't think they'll be able to take it with this wave, but knocking it down lower leaves the defenses weak, and middle camps are up, going down again to SK Gaming. SK Gaming looking good.
I want to see it again. I want to see it again. I mean, let's look at this again. We see them doing the blue buff. Rotation comes out Kumba. He's going to do the sleep first. Look for the ultimate. Now remember, when the ult comes back down, you'll get slowed if you're in the area. Knocked back and slowed, extra damage. On her jumps to the wall. Bacchus waits way too long. Gets up, and then Real's like, hey, yeah, let's just back next to each other. Just back next to each other. That's perfect. Yep. There's damage. So beautiful, and I'm out. And honestly, that was just a poor decision-making process for WeNeedWards there. They waited too long. The blue buff, they didn't, get out when they could have. Ultimates were a little bit late there, and On her ended up dying with his ultimate available. And so it just a lack of preparation, I would say.
Yeah, lack of preparation, and because they grouped up as well when they were both recalling, like they could have, Dutch Legend got over the wall first, he could have started running back towards the tier 2 tower for the safety, so only one of them would die, but both chose to recall again. Real's looking for more aggression. This tower's going to drop soon in this duo lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, Captain Twig, getting the help of his jungler Zeros, secures the kill onto Ra.
That was just a big old ultimate from Ao Guang. That Spirit Tempest does work. Look at Reals on the left side, just tanking Bacchus in the face, dropping him low. Impale is going to come out, not going to land there. Reals is just backpedaling, clearing these minions very easily. Kumba is already out. Ao Guang on his way over to the left side. Looks like he's going to back up from that one. Hoombots is here, but this left tower is dropping low. Oh, Reals by himself. No ultimate available. This would be a big pick for Hoombots. Ultimate just came available. Reals going to dash away. Hoombots ultimate about to come out here. There goes the blink. Ultimate. No, the Serenade stopped
nice
him.
Serenade.
And no follow-up from Bacchus or On her. Didn't get the distance there. So Hoombots was able to get out a little bit faster. No, it seemed like it was just a slight delay in preparation as far as being able to react in time. Bacchus jumping in there. There goes the Intoxicate. Dumps the gods. He has all the Serenade coming through. Needs an Impale. Kumba jumps in. Hoombots is in. Kumba up in the air is the hit. Kumba has only got the kill. And Apollo gets out in time. Comes back for the Bacchus. Doesn't land it though. Hoombots looking for the kill. Ra has the distance with the snipe. He wants to come over here. Overhead smash coming through. There goes the kill. There goes that. Root to the ground. Ra is coming over. Hoombots ultimate on Badja. Needs a Ra snipe to clear this one out. Good yawn. Tornado on the ground. Damage going through. Siri Pink going to come out. Put it on the ground. Has the passive though. Fearless. Knock up. Dead boat. Bacchus can't hit this out with the candy cane. Goes down. Looking for the heal. The Aphrodite ultimate prevents the passive from going down. Ra by himself. The slow. The tornado. Ao Guang Spirits Tempest Lemite goes down. SK Gaming turns this into a victory through and through. It was a 1-for-3 exchange, a 1-for-4 exchange actually in favor of SK Gaming. WeNeedWards just didn't have what it took to get that fight in the bag.
Oh, and to top that off as well, Kumbakana with that passive where he falls asleep, coming out to the rescue as well. He ended up baiting WeNeedWards in, looking for that kill to try and make it more worthwhile. Cost them more lives than they wanted to, and a Gold Fury as well. So SK Gaming really in control of this one. Meanwhile, though, WeNeedWards did take down that right-hand lane. Hercules took the tower, but overall, SK Gaming definitely in control.
Huge amount of damage coming out there from Ao Guang. Look at the numbers right now. You see Ao Guang at 4,500. He's actually tied with Apollo for the most damage in the game, far and away. Over 2,000 damage between, the top on SK and the top on WeNeedWards. The damage being dealt is insane here. Bacchus is going to find here in the jungle. Zeros is looking like he's going to fight here, but Ra coming out. Left side Apollo. Kumbakana ultimate, he's going to jump away. The root was actually wasted there. Badger should have waited on that one.
Nice.
Impale going to come through here. Honestly, after the jump would have been a good time to root him out as Aphrodite was coming through, but looks like Apollo is defending the right side lane now, and honestly, he can just start split pushing.
Yeah, I mean, he can just continue to split push that lane. Now, left tower is going to go down very, very soon anyway. That's why you see Maniac being rotated in there with Kumbakana to put the pressure on. And Apollo can do quite well against Hercules because of his Serenade, because of his escapes. If he does get pulled in, he should be okay to escape auto-tuned on that Hercules.
Gonna fight here, driving strike, looking for a hit.
Very Bell's coming.
Out. There goes
Very Bell.
Oh, looking for it. Huma's ultimate overhand smash. Big burst. Sacred Monkey should finish off, and there goes the kill. Left side initiation coming out as well. Mighty On is off cooldown if he wants to keep them in place. Algo on his way over. Ra a little bit late, trailing behind the Noodle in the jungle. Coming on through here. Ao Guang ultimate is available. Tornado going to steal away this blue buff. He sees Ra coming from behind, recognizes the threat, and backs off.
Yeah, good decision to back off this. Left tower's going to go down, though. In the meanwhile, as that happens, at the same time, we can see Humbat's trying to invade, looking for some jungle camps to take. Nothing available for him, though, at the moment, as SK Gaming is starting to control this map and take objectives where possible. As the aggression comes out again, the back off does some nice damage, as well as the Doves. We can already see Mike is taking a lot of damage from Kumbhakana and Maniac at the moment. Those two are doing a great bit of teamwork together at the moment. Badger's quite tanky. Obviously, he's Kumbhakana with the amount of CC he's got. Epic uppercut goes out, followed by the Tempest Storm! That combination shows being pointed to good work by SK Gaming.
That timing was flawless. Remember, Kumbhakana's passive is not active right now. He will go down if he dies. His HP goes to 0. Belly flop knocking up. Belch of the Gods coming through. Good, Mighty Yawn to interrupt there. Oh, Humbot's going down on her by himself in the jungle. Ao Guang is there. No man had to jump away. Good body block from Apollo. The shots are coming to the sprint comes through as well. Needs to land these shots in quick succession. The Squall comes out. One more shot will do it. Apollo gets the kill there. Dutch Legend going down. The Gold Fury is not available. Left tower is, though. Auto-tuned on his way over. He's surrounded and outnumbered. Needs to back off. Nowhere to go. 14-3. SK Gaming is dominating right now.
SK Gaming came into this game and were like, fine, take Hercules, fine, take Humbats, you know, we'll deal with them. We have plans. And one thing I want to touch on as well, Drybear, is the tier pick. Like, Tears played really well. Zeros has played that really well so far. 2-0 and 4. On Tears, you see his aggression in mid lane, cutting Mike down to half health already. And everyone said he was dead, but, you know, the good players will still be able to play him effectively, just not to his strengths that he used to have. As we see the dive in mid lane, the charm goes out. Aggression onto Mike again, immediately uses the Aegis to reduce the damage. Zero's going to be careful. Nice snipe from Mike coming out there to secure that kill. And the turnaround is on as the belly flop actually misses, but auto-tune's there with him as well. Boulder goes the wrong way. He's went down the wrong alley, unfortunately. Guttable there in that one. As the Serpent comes out and secures Bacchus and Very Merry Bell as well. And the epic uppercut as well for Badger coming onto that. Dutch Legend got to back away. Is the charm going to be available? No, that's going to be missed. But it's not over yet. Captain Twig puts the Tornado just behind him, forcing him to stay tower range. And SK Gaming come out on top. That was a 3-for-1 trade. 4-for-1 trade in the end.
Amazing play. Absolutely amazing play from SK Gaming. WeNeedWards with the good cover lay. Mike with the delay on the Aegis Amulet, preventing them from getting the kill right away. And then, of course, getting on Zeros, who just took the tower a little bit too long. It looked like it was going to be a good start for them, but the rotation was huge there. The Herc Boulder being completely lost in the jungle. We see rotation. Let's watch the replay to see exactly what went down there. Ao Guang hit the Tempest on Hercules was huge. Now coming in here to put the trainer on the ground. It's going to help out a lot. The boulder being wasted. There's the driving strike. But watch the slow hitting. Well, the Spirit Step is going to hit 3 there on the way out, getting the kill on Humbots, getting the kill and putting the damage on Hercules, but there's the ultimate from the epic uppercut on Kumbhakana. I mean, realistically, they just have so much damage, and what I love about Captain Twig right now, he's going my absolute favorite build on Ao Guang. There is the mid lane.
We can see the belly flop coming out from Bacchus, trying to get himself out of the bad situation. He got himself in. Intoxicate used. He's still going to go down. Snipe comes out. Hits only Zeros, but not enough damage to even force them away. And SK Gaming got to rotate for this Gold Fury again now that Bacchus is dead.
Right side, looking for the kill on Auto 2, dropping low. Mitigate was doing a lot. Squall, driving strike, boulder in the face! That noodle is al dente here, smashed into the dirt. And Auto 2 is going to have some pasta for himself tonight. Beautiful play there, and Mitigate Wounds is showing its stuff right now, healing him down from 100 HP all the way up to half HP. Beautiful play there, and Ao Guang was not prepared for that level of burst.
No, I don't think he was expecting that at all. He thought he had the kill in the bag, and Captain Twig just slightly didn't have the damage to finish him off in time. Nice turnaround from Auto-Tune there, and that's why Hercules is being picked and banned a lot this week.
That's exactly right. I mean, certainly a very, very strong showing here by both teams, and WeNeedWards really starting to come out a little bit more. They need to keep doing it. Right side, we see Humbot 6 damage from Aphrodite, the knock, the birds all there. He's still trying to trade here. Who trades? Oh, he's trading because that rotation's coming. That's why Hercules and Rob behind him. There goes the hit. Need a little damage. Apollo's going to miss. Good hit there. Now he's going to go down, and now this team is scrambling away. Sprint activation from Apollo.
Serenade.
Yumo shot. There's the So Beautiful. There's the huge hit. He's surrounded here. Good body blocking. There goes the kill. Killing spree. Earthbreaker not going to land. Driving strike forced to be used defensively as he dashes away. A free 2-0 exchange for SK Gaming.
Reels is doing a great job of body blocking all game long. He did it against Dutch Legend earlier, just did it again against Raw, and now this could be a Fire Giant situation. Bacchus is still alive. He does have the Hog 3 available, so they're going to have to be careful, and they look like they're trying to bait this one. They're trying to bait Bacchus in. Now they've started it. Now they're going to go for it and see if they can take this down. The 3 members of WeNeedWards waiting in the area, looking for an opportunity. Don't forget, Autotune's got some good damage. Immediately they pull off. They're blinking, followed by the uppercut from Badger. They're looking for Bacchus. There's the whole combination of damage coming out, and Bacchus goes down. That should now secure that Fire Giant.
Honor is in the area, Hercules is in the area, Hoomboss is here, Ra is on his way over. Are they going to try and steal this away? It just got started up again. Algon's going to Portano on the ground, kind of zone them out here, be the traffic control that he's always meant to be. Oh, tier jumping, and going to find Hoomboss. After it is here, there goes the Impale, there goes the Initiation, Purification Beast. Desert Fury going to hit, actually missing 2.
Oh,
there's a hit from Ra. Ra coming out here is going to hit Reels. No, it passes him by. A bit of a very eager boulder there from Hercules. Now Hoomboss also coming out, going to force him away. Could this save his life? It did save his life. He's going to back away, and the Fire Giant was leashed.
Yep, Hunbats did a great job overall there. He got zoned out by the whole team, attacked by 3 members, dealt with them well, used his escapes, used his Fear No Evil. It did go on cooldown for that, but for his life, it's very important at this stage, especially just delaying that Fire Giant more than anything with Bacchus being down.
See him grouping up in the mid area here. Al going on the right side looking for the tier 1 tower. As far as the towers go, only a 1 tower lead for SK Gaming, 21-6. You know, it is surprising to me that WeNeedWards is only 6,000 gold behind when they're 21-6 at 17 minutes. They haven't gotten a single gold theory. They haven't really been ahead this entire game, but they've getting their shots in and farming whatever they possibly can. The gold is really coming from the gold theories of towers. Not a whole lot of pure lead here, about 2,000 gold or so between the two. So if they can keep playing it out, they might be able to win this.
I mean, realistically, the biggest difference at the moment is with Bacchus and Kumbhakarna. There's a big level difference right now. It's 5 levels between the two, and it shows that Bacchus has had not the greatest of games, 0-7 and 0. He's the one that's kind of sacrificed his life more than anything else for the good of his team. I mean, we saw him do that in the jungle as well earlier on to try and save Hercules, which he didn't need saving at all. It's Hercules, after all, he could save himself. But that's where, you know, the big difference in experience is between those 2 supports.
Man, this is just my favorite. Like, I just love Captain Twig's build. This is just the build I've used since the dawn of time, and I love it so much. This is Polynomiquang with the Book of Thoth Rush, and it's just the damage is unreal. I did, but look at his numbers. I mean, you can't deny this. 14.6 thousand damage dealt by Captain Twig. No one in the game is over the 5-digit mark. So far ahead. In fact, the second most damage on his team is 8,000. He is 6,000 player damage ahead of the second most damaging player in the entire game.
I love this SK call
here. So great.
This SK call is brilliant. Look at the moment where Reels is. He's off split pushing, keeping a member busy. He's going to force Bacchus over here. And meanwhile, the rest of his team can start trying to contest the Fire Giant. As Badger blinks over the wall, gets the epic uppercut. Here comes the Spirit Tempest, nicely timed again. And the rest of the team collapse to another member dead. This is the benefit of Kumbhakarna setting up for damage over and over again. The epic uppercut. And you can see Reels rotates in immediately. We can already see Anhur still on the other side of the map. This should be a free Fire Giant. Or will it? Can Bacchus have something to say? He's only level 9, but it doesn't matter. He's still got the Hog 3 available. Will he get there in time to force it? No, he will not. SK Gaming get this and look for a pick. Captain Twig does throw out the cough, and that's going to slow down the Mike in the mid lane, and he's definitely going to go down there. Another pickup thanks to that Polynomiquang.
You know, I hate to say this. WeNeedWards needs wards. They just don't have the vision. I mean, they had the covers, they put wards down as the Fire Giant was going down, but they needed it prior. They didn't know what SK Gaming is up to and where they're going, and they just don't have the ward coverage to do it. Kuma's looking for initiation there. There's the Mighty Yawn. There's the Fearless back into the team. Good position there. Big burst! And that's the power of the Kumbhakarna Mighty Yawn.
Oh,
Epic uppercut blink on top of Honor. He jumps away, but the shot takes a double kill. Hoombots ult that forces him into the wall. Bad single damage. He doesn't have his passive active though. He should fall down. There goes the passive. Oh, the tornado. He stepped into the tornado. The bird's gonna do the damage as well. Kuma's gonna get back up from his little nap here. Sting Pain does 1 tick, and that is it. That was a waste of an ultimate from Ra.
Yeah, he tried to time it for when Kumba got back up, but it lasted a lot longer than people realised, and that's why he managed to get back up in time. If he would have timed it perfectly, he probably could have picked up Badger there, but nicely played the game from SK. The big thing about SK's game, this one, is the fact that they're juggling their CC correctly. Nobody's blowing it all at the same time. They're taking it in turns to chain it. With zeros on that tier, with Badger, with the Yawn and the Epic Uppercut, is working out nicely to make sure they consistently CC'd, so there's no comeback. There's no way they can get involved. Golfio is going to go again after that tower goes down as well, so only right lane has towers standing here, and SK will be heading that way soon, I'm sure.
goal for you to go down here in favor of SK Gaming. Look at that optimization from WeNeedWards. I love the fact that they have the weakening curse on auto-tune. Now, credit goes to him for rushing that out and making sure his team has it. We say Hoonbots, unfortunately, and this is kind of like the bad part of it, right? You have Hoonbots rushing that Heartseeker, and that's really the biggest downside for characters that, like Thor, like Mercury, like Hoonbots that do really well with a Heartseeker in the jungle. If you pick it up and your team falls behind very quickly, he's sitting right now 1-6-1. That Heartseeker is not really going to be kept up, and it's the point now where they have 2 towers remaining on the right side of the map. They don't have control of their jungle. They don't have the vision. They have no map control at this point, so he's going to be scrambling to keep that stack up on Heartseeker, and I would wager that he hasn't really had this Heartseeker fully stacked for a solid 8 to 10 minutes now, as he just keeps falling down before he gets stacked up again. Blink from
Blink in again.
There goes the yawn.
He was very patient with that blink as well, making sure he used the full channel, didn't move his combos, and Captain Twig going to secure that auto-tune, threw out the boulder in disgust at being ganked by 4 members and decided to try and hit the scenery with that one. Blink in again, this time from Zeros, looking for the mic. You had to use the beads, and now the aggression's on again. CC chain one more time inside that tornado. Captain Twig with another kill. Burp comes out from Bacchus, but there's not a whole lot he can do against Tyr, as that tower's going to drop in the right side again. Meanwhile, left side, Reels, this goes 2 kills, 2v1. We missed some of that, but he picked up a double kill against the jungler and the other hunter.
Jumping right in there.
Bacchus, be careful, don't
Reels
give him a
got the
triple.
damage there. Bacchus looking for it. Goes the belly
give him a
flop.
triple,
Has the Intoxicate. Belch the gods coming out here. But the damage is insane. The Serenade to interrupt. There goes another Crypt. Triple kill. And a deicide for Reels. The one-man army on the left side of the map, playing that TSM Apollo. He is the only casually dressed god in the game right now. The Titan flying down. Reels has given up, much like the boulder we saw from Hercules earlier in celebration of death, and that is going to be the conclusion of the match. WeNeedWards 6-31 from SK Gaming. Now, let's put this into perspective. So please, all you in chat, do not turn any negative attitudes towards WeNeedWards. They just came out today. They were 23rd seed going into this. They were not, literally nothing was in their favor when they came in today. They beat the 10th seed team Superbia, who has always been making it into round 16 or round of 8 the last few weeks. They've been performing very well. They shut them out very hard in the first round. Now going up against SK Gaming. Now realize that a lot of the people on SK Gaming have been tenured. They've been around for a very long time. They're very, very, very veteran. Reels being one of them. Reels was at the launch event. He was at the $200,000 launch event. And one quick fact, the launch event was the 31st largest prize pool in esports history. And so that is very big money there. And so the fact that these players, Captain Twig, of course, we know that Reels at the launch event, big players there coming out very strong and definitely deserve to be there. But let's watch this replay here up on the screen. There goes the replay from before. Apollo coming in. Now look at the damage. On her almost got the kill, but they have to be really careful. Hoopbot's jumping in. There's the Sacred Monkey jumping very low. He's low to start. Impale, sprint, actually jumped away. The Disappearing doing a lot of damage. Dashes through to slow them well. Now going for the crit. Going for Hoopbots here. There's another crit. 2 crits in a row. So beautiful. Another crit there on top. And double kill for Reels. And this is just a factor of how good they actually are and how far ahead they were.
Yeah, I mean, also from WeNeedWards' point of view as well, their drafting phase went fantastic. Their picks and bans worked really well for them overall. I love their team composition they put together. So that side of things is really strong for WeNeedWards. They can take out of it the fact that Auto-Tune managed to beat Captain Twig. He went to the launch tournament too, on his favorite god, on that AO Kwang as well. And you saw some really good stuff out of WeNeedWards. If they just keep working on it, I expect to see them coming back each week, Drybear.
So the next game, guys, coming up next is going to be Bloody Tag versus fantastic match to watch. And let's go ahead and look at the brackets and how they've been progressing here, if we may. I mean, honestly, it's been a great day so far. TSM had a bye in the beginning, and so they are going to be like moving forward here. Then of course in the next round they decided to get a win against Griff's 16th. So a lot of strong performance here. We know WeNeedWards came out. C9 had a bye. They're still seated second in the current charts here for the European side of things in the Smite World Championship qualifiers. A lot of great players coming out here. Worth is the team to watch, though, and so surprisingly enough, they've been playing very, very well. They had a first place win last week, defeating TSM in the semifinals. This week around, they're on the same side bracket as C9. So if things go the way they want it to, and may or may not, they're going to be the ones that are coming out here. So you can see on your screen the brackets coming out. Elo Fishers versus TSM about to take place here. Ninth seed versus our first place here. We're waiting for i5 versus Expose Secrets here. i5, as the admins are
Optimum
reporting to
Esports.
me, they're currently losing here.
i5 are always losing though. I'm not being mean to them. I know i5, but they always
Wow.
lose during the early stages. It's not a surprise. Everybody knows that.
Tell me how
It's
you
whether they
really
can
feel.
get through the late game. Okay, 30 minutes in, 18 to 34. Okay, yeah. And 16k gold down. Well, they did beat Agilitas, who were 11 when they were 11k gold down to Agilitas 1 week, but 16k, they've got a big ass this week. i5, they've not had the greatest of starts, I guess, to this tournament at all. Seem to be on the downslope right now.
Well, honestly, with so many teams coming out today, it's really exciting to see how they're playing. I mean, we got 26 teams, 27. I don't know the exact number here, but certainly some strong showings. You can see at the bottom of the brackets there, Worth versus Agilitas
That's
is
gonna
going
be
to be
a
taking
great
place. That's
game.
going to be a fantastic match to watch, and they are really all eyes on Worth to see how they can perform. But Agilitas is 6th seed going into this. They're only 3 seeds away from Worth, who were first place last week. So this could be a toss-up here in the round of 8. Of course, SK is going to go up against C9 that has already begun or starting shortly here, and that's going to be a fantastic match to watch as well. So if you are around, if you know the players, go ahead and watch out and go through the personal streams of the players who are playing and coming out every single day or every single weekend to play in these tournaments. They definitely deserve your support and your admiration. We're waiting on the results of i5 versus Optimum Esports here. i5 is looking like they're a little bit behind here, but after that is completed, that round of 16 matchup, we're going to be watching Bloody Tech versus the results of that. Will it be i5? Will it be Optimum Esports? We don't know. Optimum Esports is seated 20th right now.
Be a big
i5
upset.
is 4th.
Big upset if they manage to do it. Really, really big. So we'll see
like
how
my
i5
stomach last week.
Yeah, but what was that, by the way, Dry Bear? Like you said on Face Off to do with Europe, you had some European food. Now, European food is very, very varied, okay? Now, you need to be careful when you say this, but what European food was it that you had? Careful.
Ooh.
You're going to upset a lot of people in chat if you say the wrong country here.
What if I said it was British food?
We don't have food. We steal it. British people generally. So what food was it? What food was it that was British then?
It was bad food.
It was bad British food. Wow,
bad British food.
As a British person, I can confirm we have bad British food, so that's okay.
Confirmed. See, here's the thing, right? Because there's so many things I could say. I could say Croatian food.
You got to be careful.
I do. I could say Polish food, but that's a touchy subject. It's a touchy subject. I could say, you know what I should say? It's not you, it's me. It wasn't the food, it was me. It was my reaction.
Good save. Good save.
The food was fine. It was me. It was me.
Just not used to our sort of, the stuff we put in the food, you don't get those sort of spices and herbs.
What do you put?
Spices and herbs, that sort of thing that I don't know if you guys have them. I don't know. What food is British that we put herbs in?
Rosemary? Bay leaves?
Thyme. Let's go with thyme.
Thyme.
Okay,
got some time. So i5 is running a Naja Osiris duo lane in match, and it's pretty exciting. So they're 2-13 in that lane. Naja Osiris lane coming out. Now i5 is known for their innovation. They've been playing a strange meta.
A lot of strange stuff.
They're kind of on their own ticker right now.
I feel a bit bad because I've been mentioning Osiris for a while in support, and they're just like, listen to me, and now he's starting to try and run it. And they've chosen to go with the Nijar pick, and they think that lane together is really strong. Clearly, right now, it's not going well for them. However, if that game keeps going, the later and later it gets, Nijar just become that beast with those auto attacks. So, hopefully we see Optimum. I'm going to say hopefully we see Optimum Esports close them out, but at the same time, maybe i5 will come back into it. I like upsets. So
you can see on the screen i5 versus the one, the only Optimum Esports, 20th seed going into this one. So now they're pushing up here. And honestly, you look at the charts, 35 to 20. i5 is sitting about 16K behind here. Not doing so sharp. Optim seems like they're going to be taking this match, surprisingly enough. Now, there's a lot of strange picks here. You can see Naja Osiris on the same team. Very, very strange. But it does look like i5 is pushing up the mid lane here, going to try and take out this tower. There goes the tower falling down now. Look at the itemization so far. Very interesting picks. We do see Mercury being picked up and going down the Blood Forge
22k
route a
XP.
little bit earlier there. We know there's a rod created on Poseidon with that Polynomicon. Polynomicon Habwa, actually. Habwa went 13-3 and 13 in his lane. Based on his itemization, I imagine he would have gone solo here. Looks like it was up against Advert, so on Raw. So it was Raw versus Habwa. Habwa was able to take that one down there. I would imagine, knowing that Lloydie likes to go into that mid lane there. So honestly, it's hard to deal with a Habwa that gets ahead early. He's just so bursty, and it's like you want to kill him because he's so bursty, but if you get close to him, you die, and so it's really hard to deal with.
I mean, and the fact that i5 have run that Nijar and Osiris composition against an Athena, Athena is very, very good against those two because the taunts will reduce their damage significantly from being able to stick to the target that they want to try and kill. So it doesn't look like that's worked out very well for i5 in this one, but 20 to 35 on the screen right now. This is interesting. I mean, it looks like you can see i5 trying to creep back into this, but they're definitely behind at the moment. Look at the map objectives as well. We can see a lot of the towers down for both sides, actually. Only the left-hand side for Optimum is still standing, and that one tower on the right-hand side with mid-lane push.
Mid-lane push coming out here. There's a double kill from Sanjo on top, looking for the push here. Athena coming down, all five. This looks like it's going to be game here as i5 is going to fall to Optimum Esports. We have
a
20th seeded team in the round of 8 today.
This is EU. This is what happens.
This is what happens.
Time after time after time.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to give a rip. I'm gonna give a rip. Rest in peace.
You're going to
i5 here. A little bit sad, a little bit darker, a little bit unfortunate.
Have you? So you've died now, and you're in respawn time.
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to tell me here?
Yep.
And so we're going to sit like this for the time being.
I'm a feeder noob.
Feeder noob.
Feeder noob. So coming up next, guys, is going to be Bloody Tech EU versus Optimum Esports, surprisingly enough. And so they're going to be playing very, very closely to the chest because they do not want to be eliminated in the round of 8. Going into the semifinals is the big thing for these two teams. Bloody Tech has been going to the bronze match every single week, but they've yet to make it into the grand finals. And that's what really they need to do here. We're waiting to see how they're going to do it. As far as the picks go, we know Hercules is one of the top bands. Humbot's one of the top bands across the board. And so we're just wondering, is it going to be the same kind of draft we saw before? We know i5 drafting Naja, Osiris, same lane. A little bit interesting, but didn't seem to work out for them. The game before, we saw Ares, Cupid together. We saw Osiris in the solo lane. Very, very different. And Aphrodite seems to be going lower in the seed charts than you would imagine.
At least on EU anyway. North America seemed to be very, very consistent with their Aphrodite pickups when she was available, whereas EU haven't really even banned her that much. They've even left it to almost last pick in some situations. So it's always interesting to see the two metas developing because obviously EU seems to favor certain gods over others, and then they think exactly the same way. They go for different sort of options as well. So will we see some Aphrodite bans later on? Will we see some more Hercules play? That's the interesting thing. Wait for Bloody Tech to get themselves ready to face on the underdogs of Optimum Esports.
Well, let's go ahead and hop to a break, guys. We get ready for the next match to start. It's going to be Bloody Tech EU versus Optimum Esports. Getting ready to jump in here. Keep in mind that Bloody Tech is seeded 5th, and Optimum Esports is seeded 20th going into this. We saw WeNeedWards 23rd seed facing off against a 7th seed team in the last round. Certainly a lot of upsets today and last week as well. So, go ahead and put your votes in. Are you voting for Bloody Tech EU? Are you voting for Optimum Esports, the newcomers for today, the underdogs of the matchup? Or will be Bloody Tech the more seasoned team that is making the bronze match every single week? Stick around if you want to find out. We'll be right back.